is Tiffany Henson, and for this week's assignment for discussion 10, teaching methods, I will be explaining the teaching method that I would be using within my classroom and why I seem to feel that teaching method best suits me. The method that I chose is the natural approach, and within the article, the natural approach is described as communicative competence in 3 stages: oral comprehension, early speech production, and speech activities that foster natural language acquisition. I like this approach due to the fact that every student is going to be able to work at their own pace, and they aren't going to feel the pressure to constantly be as much as the person next to them. They are going to be able to work at their own pace in their own understanding of each activity that is being presented to them. A great way that you are able to use the natural approach within your classroom is by observing your students and seeing how they really learn and understand each activity. When you're able to observe them, you're going to be able to see that Bobby is learning at a different pace than Susie, and understand how you're able to help Bobby understand the lesson that you're trying to teach and apply everything that you learned for his learning as well as Stacy's learning, and give them the best education that they could possibly have. An activity that I love to do within the classroom that would be able to be used within the natural approach is having the students, they will be working independently. My activity is based on a first grade classroom and is used within language arts. The students are going to be reading independently, and within their activity, they will be given a sight word scavenger hunt. So they'll read through their independent reading book, and each sight word that they see, they'll mark, and at the end of their reading, they'll be able to tally up each of the words and then write sentences using their sight words. The objectives of this lesson is they will be working on their sight words, and they can find them within the story that they are reading, and the class content would be the vocabulary and understanding of the words found within the story. When you are going to be doing an assessment on the students and seeing their understanding, they will, after they have found the sight words within the book and tallied them up, they'll write their sentences out, and you'll be able to assess their understanding of their sight words from the sentences that they wrote. So if one of their sight words was the, and they wrote the ball was blue, obviously the was their sight word and they used it within the sentence correctly, and they will be able to choose if they want to share the story to the whole class or if they want to share it independently with the teacher, whatever they are more comfortable with. And the teacher will be able to see whether or not they have the understanding of the activity by seeing how they use their sight words within the sentence. This activity can be used across the board within all grade levels, but for my classroom activity, I used it within a first grade classroom because that's when they're really learning sight words and using them in sentences while reading the stories that they have been given. The natural approach is just a way that you can foster the oral language within your students, and this activity is a great way to foster the natural approach.